Hey everybody, Matthew Solomon here, and this is the first video of 2018. So Happy New Year. And the thing that I want to impart to you today, the thing that I want to share is there is nothing wrong with you. You are perfect, whole, and complete just the way you are. You don't have to be positive. You don't have to be smarter. You don't have to be more attractive. You don't have to be more fit. You don't have to be richer. You don't have to get a better job. You don't have to get a relationship. You don't have to get out of a relationship. You don't have to find a better relationship. You don't have to do anything or be anything or have anything. Who you are now is perfect. And there may be things that you want. You may want to feel joy and you may want to, be more positive, but you don't have to. And, there's if there are things that you desire, there's an experience that you believe that you'll have by achieving those things. But you don't have to. And you're not a bad person for not being positive, right? You're not a bad person for, being in a relationship that doesn't make you happy. You're not a bad person for staying in a job that you don't enjoy. You can, if you choose, change all that. If you choose. And like, the thing I really want to get across is there's no judgment. It's all about choice. It's all about being fulfilled, being empowered in your choice at any given moment. You don't have to be empowered either, right? but look, I in my early 20s, well, late teens, early 20s, I was a shipping and receiving guy in a music store, had long hair, and I was that dude. I was like 115 pounds, rock and roll, and it was stressful. There were days that were so friggin' stressful that I would reach my limit because I'm pretty even keeled, but like my dad, when I get too stressed out, like I blow, and so I'd be at work and things would be like high intensity and people would be wanting things from me and it was crazy and we were getting shipments in and having to get stuff out, and I would get to the point where I'd just be like, fuck it, I quit, and I would walk out the front door. And what would happen was I would walk out the front door. I just realized that I said I quit and I had the power to do that, and I would feel better. I would breathe for a couple minutes and I would walk back in and I would get back to work and all of that. And so without understanding what I was actually doing, I was making a choice. I was getting that I didn't have to stay there. I could have left and never came back. And I chose to come back. And Joe Goodman, if you're watching this, I was young and I'm sorry. But I stayed and I did my job and I think I did it pretty well. There was one day even, there was a manager there where I was so fed up and I quit and I walked out the front door and I probably wasn't going to come back. And he hands me $10. He says, go down the street, have a couple beers, and then come back. And so I did. And I was literally, when the store went out of business, I was the last employee there. And I got to walk out and lock up with Joe. But it's all about choice. You get to do whatever you want. One of my one-on-one clients made leaps and bounds in a very short time just by getting, like she was the one who said it, just kind of off the cuff. I get to do whatever I want. Like she was really stressed out and feeling, I don't want to say depressed, but really low and, keeping everybody at bay and protecting herself and her friends and caught up in all this stuff, all this life stuff. and health stuff and friends, like a bunch of crap. And she just, like, it just slipped out of her mouth at one point. She's like, I basically do whatever I want. And then got back, and I was like, hang on, you get to do whatever the fuck you want. And so the more that she got that, the more that I would repeat that, the more that I was listening for her being able to do that. Oh my God, within months, like, she's smiling and beaming. And like on our last call that we had, there was so much happiness and joy emanating from her that I was crying. So you get to choose whatever you want. I went down to the beach a couple nights ago. I posted a video, and I just was so in awe of how everything is connected, and just the peacefulness, and the sun had set, but it was a full moon, and the clouds and the waves rolling in. It's like we're all connected. Like, this is all by some sort of design, and we get to choose. I get to choose to be happy. I get to choose to do things that fulfill myself, that fill me up. I had a stressful day that day. I went to the beach. It totally zoned me, like, got me in that zone. It's a much happier parent because of it. Much happier partner because of it. Much happier, coach because of it. And when we're in that space, when we're consciously choosing and taking the actions and making ourselves a priority, things show up. So however you are is fine. I invite you to work with me. One of the greatest gifts that I give my clients is however you are is fine. And there's nothing for you to do. You don't have to be anyway. But you get to be authentic with me. You get to rediscover who is at your core, that alive, joyous, happy, creating, love-filled being that you are. There's just stuff that we've put in the way. So thank you for watching. I would love to have the opportunity to work together if we're not already working together. I hope you enjoy the videos. I hope you like and share. Go to coachwithmatthewsolomon.com. You can check out I have a group program starting up within the next week called Love the Fuck Out of Yourself. You get to be in that space where you get to love the fuck out of yourself and feel good, feel alive and empowered. We can work together one-on-one, and you can go from wherever you're at, which is fine, to wherever you want to go, and we'll get there. You can go to the DJ Maddie tab and ask questions, and I'll respond, via video. I do safe space, sacred healing. If there's intimacy issues, things you want to work on, you can check that out as well. If you just need a shoulder to cry on, somebody to talk to, some energetic block, something that's in the way of you having the kind of relationships, intimacy that you desire. You're perfect, whole, and complete just as you are. There's nothing wrong with you, and I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Have a great day.